Mother's Day and still you guys are here, so I really appreciate for that. Garcia, I know him for, I made a few visits up here, and he's a terrific, wonderful person, and I deal with him. I see the dedication he has done for the community. It is unbelievable. I saw him when he is here. He's always active. He's the best person. He's moving around everywhere, following up everybody, asking questions if anybody really needs help. The personality I see in him is unbelievable. So he's a true leader, and true leadership I have seen in him in his personality. From my community, from Bangladesh American community, I want him to be communicated and more involved in our community, so that what happens, we can make a bridge in Bangladesh and American community. As we know, Long Beach is one of the economically and strategically is one of the port area, and this is one of the best city can be. And Mayor Garcia is a person who is our best choice in this case. So we should give him a vote and hand-to-hand work with him. We are with you, Mr. Garcia, and all of Bangladesh people have a significant appreciation on you, as we did for the Democratic candidate, Robert Garcia in Los Angeles Mayor electoral, and also in the candidacy. So I would say it will be a really great pleasure for us to be part of this Long Beach community, and you are a wonderful, terrific person, and I really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
When I came to USA, I met one person, and when I met the person, I was very proud. The reason I'm proud, every time we have any problem in our community, and call this person, he'll be your home at 2 a.m. anytime, for any cause. I'm very proud to know him, know this guy. I want to say something for our community and Mr. Robert Garcia. What's up?
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, Mamoon, to invite us. On behalf of Bangladesh Community of Southern California, I especially request, because I am involved with Bangladesh American Democratic Party almost last 20 years in Greater Los Angeles. My request to all Bangladesh people in Long Beach area, especially, all I know, 100% Bangladesh people, they are Democrat, but not Democrat here. And I want to here of city of Long Beach. I'd like to especially request for each and every Bangladeshi, just vote for Mr. Garcia. And one more thing is very important. Our community, a lot of people, they're senior citizens. Maybe our father, mother, they're 80 years or 90 years. Maybe they come, they don't have time to come to the vote center. They go for absentee vote before the election. And this is my request to your headquarters to involve all the volunteers to absentee vote. And one more thing for camping. This is for the telephone camping. People from Bangladesh, a lot of students go to college going, school going, they come to your office for just call Bangladesh community. Hello, we just call from Robert Garcia office. Please vote for Robert Garcia 3rd of June. Please don't miss that day. Especially I thank all of you to invite us and great. Today is the Mother's Day. Everybody busy. I just say to thank you for everybody. God bless everybody. God bless United States of America. Thank you very much.
I'm very proud because my dad was a freedom fighter, and every time I meet a freedom fighter, I feel very proud too. So I want to say something, Mr. Johnny Way, to say something for us.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor and privilege to welcome you all here today in this special Mother's Day. And you know, we are Long which presidents here, we want to elect Mr. Robert Garcia as a mayor. He's a vibrant leadership in our community, and we want, is a diverse, Long Beach is the most diverse community, one of the diverse community in USA, and we have a lot of problem here as an immigrant, new outside from this country. I think Robert Garcia can help us in a lot of aspects for our education, for business, for different aspects. So I will ask you everybody to vote for you, and my freedom fighters friends, I request all of you. I ask you every neighborhood to vote for him, and if we all together, we are sure we're going to win. So thank you all again.
I want to say something to our big brother. Always been a big brother for me. Anytime, any problem, I call him and he's there. And for the community, he has a very big role. Mr. Chisti,
thank you, Mahmood, and thanks to all of you for being here on Mother's Day to show our support for our Vice Mayor, Mr. Robert Garcia of Long Beach. Now, one thing I must mention, we are, it's a cliche that just about everybody in America except the Native Americans are immigrants. And since the beginning of this country, when it was first discovered, the new world by the Europeans, and then immigrants after immigrants followed from all over the world to come to this great country, the United States of America. And Mr. Robert Garcia, as some of you may know, he came to this country at the age of 5, and he is a self-made man, and he has risen up the ranks by sheer hard work and determination and ambition that many of you, in fact all of you probably in this room, can share a similar background of an immigrant who've come here and made a new home for yourselves. And so we definitely can identify with our Vice Mayor, Mr. Robert Garcia. So showing your support to this community, for Robert Garcia to be the next mayor of this great city of Long Beach is a real privilege. And as I think, as Batsuba had mentioned, it is important for us to make the change. You have to take that first step of registering and voting. It's very, very important. And I was telling Robert earlier that our community has matured. Now, as we all know, Mamun's family, they make up a significant portion of the Bangladeshi community in Long Beach and the surrounding communities. And Naina, Mamun's wife, her father, and who came, in my memory, I think he was the first Bangladeshi who's migrated to Long Beach. And he was working on a ship, he actually jumped ship and made a name for himself. He worked hard, and he brought up this large family. He invested in real estate, a typical success story of an immigrant. And Robert Garcia is in a similar vein, has a similar personal history as well. So let's, one other thing I should like to mention is, voting is important, and I think they have a readiness tonight for you to register if you have not already registered to vote. A few days are left. Please, I urge you to fill up the form and submit it to this office, and they will take care of your registration. And if you can, I know some of you, we are all struggling in these hard economic times, but anything you can do to contribute towards Mr. Garcia's campaign would be very greatly appreciated, I'm sure. So please do what you can. Even a little bit helps. So please, I urge you to contribute tonight and moving forward before the election. If you can urge your friends and family who have a little bit of means to contribute towards his campaign, that would be very good. So now, without further ado, I would like to welcome the Vice Mayor, Mr. Robert Garcia, to come and speak with me.
Thank you very much. And I want to thank you all first for being here in our campaign headquarters. And I want to thank all of our hosts who are so gracious and so giving of their time and of their food and of their resources. Can we give them all a round of applause? Thank you so much. I think it's important. One thing I want to say to everyone, which really means a lot to me, is what makes Long Beach strong and what makes Long Beach beautiful is the diversity of the community. And what I see in this room are immigrants and people from places with struggle, right? Places we all had to struggle and fight and work hard to be part of the American dream. And I think what's unique about us as immigrants is we love this country, right? We love being here in the U.S., but we also love the countries we're from. We also love our culture, and we love our food, and we love our art and our music, and all of those things that we love, that we bring over to this country, make this country a better place. And I think there are a lot of people out there that don't believe this, that don't believe that diversity is good for America. But I think we all know that diversity, if we bring in our ideas and our music and our food and our culture, that makes this country really a lot stronger. And that's a beautiful thing about our country. Long Beach has about 500,000 people, so it's a really big city. And we're proud of all the kinds of people we have. As you all know, we have a strong Bangladeshi community, as we can see here tonight. We have a large Cambodian community in Long Beach. We have a growing Indian community in Long Beach. In fact, I think I was sharing with I don't remember who it was here. You know, they just opened up a new headquarters for Molina headquarters here on Pine Avenue. And I live only 5 or 6 blocks from here on Locust. And they have about 1,200 new jobs opened up. A lot of these jobs, a lot of members from the Indian community are taking those jobs. And I noticed the change on my street. It was great to see. Overnight, there were more and more Indian families walking up and down my street that are now moving in and making the community more diverse. And what's great about the city, at least I think is great, is that we welcome that. I love seeing different kinds of people of every color in Long Beach. Long Beach has a long way to go, but we've done a lot of really great things. We're financially stable. Crime is at a historic low. The port and trade is growing. People are purchasing their homes again. Household income is slightly increasing. So in all of those areas, Long Beach is going in the right direction. And I'm running for mayor because I love this city, I love our community, and I'm proud of all the work that all of them do to make not just Long Beach, but the greater Long Beach, Los Angeles area a better place and a stronger place. So I want to thank you for that. I also want to thank you because one thing I've learned about the Bangladeshi community is you're all very hardworking, you're very entrepreneurial, you have small businesses, you work hard, you work for your family, you support your families, you take care of your children. And I think that's very, very special, I think, to have a community that's so focused on success and on family and on taking care of each other. Because if you don't take care of each other, who's going to take care of you? We have to take care of each other as immigrants and as a community. And one of the things that I think is important as mayor of Long Beach and as the leader of the city is I want to make sure that no matter where you live in the city, no matter the color of your skin, no matter your education, no matter your income level, that everyone should have a chance to succeed. Whether you were born here, or whether you were born here. believer that we have to be a city that is diverse and open to everyone. We have to be respectful of people's faith, the differences in our faith and our religions. We have to be respectful of people's culture and what they believe. We have to be respectful of where people come from. And for me, as an immigrant, when I came to the U.S., English was not my first language, it was Spanish. And it took me a long time to get English, but look, fortunately I was a kid, so I was able to pick it up quickly. But we need to make sure that we're supporting all of our community. And a lot of people in our city don't speak English. They may speak Spanish or Tagalog or other languages. And all those other languages that they have, whatever they may be, we have to ensure that they're also getting services and support, especially our senior populations. There are a lot of seniors and older immigrants and older people that need our help and support, and I think we're all interested in that help. And I want to kind of close by saying that what I'm going to ask of all of you, you've all taken care of each other. You all take care of each other, which I really admire. And as a Peruvian and as a Latino, I like to think that we try to take care of each other too. Take care of our parents and our home, and anyone needs anything, we Latinos, we like to just bring everybody in. Even if we all have to live together under one roof, we do whatever we have to do, right? But one thing that's a challenge that we have to work on together as a community is as we gain more success, more wealth, more power or influence, we also have to look beyond our community and help anyone, regardless of where they're from, if they need our help. And I think one thing that we have to look at are all those people in our community that don't have food, that may not have parents or a family, that are homeless, that need our support. Those people need our, if we're not going to help those people, no one is going to help them. And I think that we have a challenge as people with a lot of love. I think we have a lot of love in our hearts. I think, our beliefs bring us together to help people, to support people, to work for the better good. Part of that is helping the rest of the city. I think we all want to see that happen. And it gives me a lot of pride to know that moving forward, we can all work together to make sure that we can make the city as successful as possible. So I want to thank you for being here tonight. And Garcia, you're absolutely correct that there's two big ways to help. The first way to help is to come in and volunteer. We'll give you even a list of Bangladeshi voters to call in the city of Long Beach, and we'll get out and make phone calls and encourage people to vote. And the other, of course, is to support financially. Your support financially, anything that you can give, is how we are able to do all that we do here. So those are the two ways to help. Your being here tonight is a big part of helping, and I want to thank you for all of that. I know that Sharon, who's over here, as well as Pedro, somewhere in the back. Pedro in the back. If you want to be able to give tonight or support the campaign, they can help you out with that. And again, if you're not registered to vote, we can also register you to vote over here as well. And if your families aren't registered to vote, you can bring them into the office. We're open every day. We'll register them. Or you can do it online on the website, which is robgarcia.com. So thank you very much for being here.
I want to marry our Uncle Moses Sidiganto, who is a big man of our community, who established a little Bangladesh in Los Angeles. He introduced the Bangladesh in the USA with a very big name, and we are very proud about what he done.
After the mayor's speech, there is no more room. But I think one point I would like to make mention, I would like to introduce one guy. The Budapest said up. He has a big community called Buddhist community. So what you have to do, go find out and
figure out who are not registered. Please talk to your community people, and everybody should call each other. Wherever we have 714 or 562 phone number, let's open our books and keep calling the way we did in Los Angeles. Young people can make a big impact. So ask your children to get involved, those who are 15, 16, 17 years old, 18 years old. They can make a big difference. Let them call each other. They have Facebook and they have other ways of reaching each other, and they can make a big difference. Nothing happens if we don't get excited and really get involved. Just talking will not help. We have to go involved and in action. So please talk to your children if you have of that age, so they get involved very seriously. We don't have enough time in Long Beach, so a few days left. Let's use good use of those time and make Robert Garcia get elected as mayor. And thank you so much.
If anybody have any question for our mayor, you're welcome.
If there's a question, I'll answer. If there's no question, that's okay too.
I have a question. If you win the election, what are you going to do to combine the community, or what is your goal? I mean, how are you going to focus that? How are you gonna do it?
Well, I'll tell you that one of the things I'm committed to is making sure that Long Beach and the people that work in Long Beach and the people that are appointed to commissions in Long Beach look like all of Long Beach. And so I think it's very important that the city is diverse in its workforce, as well as in leadership and commission appointments. And so I want to make sure that when I make my appointments to commissions and as I look at increasing jobs in the city, that it looks as if it should be reflective of the whole city. And I think that's a starting point of how you begin to bring people together so that everybody has a voice at the table. You also have my commitment that the Bangladeshi community will have a voice at the table and will be able to, as part of our discussions about business and the future of the city, that we're all working together.
We have some business in downtown Long Beach area, and one of the issues we have, which is the parking issues. And for as a consumer, we really don't want to come to downtown because of the parking issues. So what's your plan for the future for the customer parking?
So the question was about parking. We try to keep it, we'll try to remain, these parking structures that we have that are free. Well, that we're going to try to keep, so we don't ever want to charge for that. Well, the other thing we're doing right now with all the meters, we're modernizing them so that we can do with credit cards. Everyone likes credit card meters now, and so we're trying to change a lot of that to the credit cards. And whenever we're building new buildings, we're going to try to make sure that have parking. So we don't want to build things where they're not being parking for. We want to show them always parking and keeping the parking downtown free and awesome. We continue to do it.
Okay, one question. As Foster, our current mayor, the community has strongly supported him, and he's done a wonderful job in the last 8 years in making Long Beach a world-class city. Can you name a couple of things that have not been accomplished in the last few years, or any new issues that may have cropped up that will focus on to change or improve?
Sure. I think that the two things that I'll focus on that are different from what we've done is one, I'm also a teacher by profession. So as a professor at the university and as a teacher, I think we have to do a better job of integrating our university and community colleges with the city so that young people that are working, that we have more internships for students at the city, that young people have access to the jobs that are here at the city. There's got to be more integration with the university and the city, that we're using the knowledge of the faculty to help us with our civic challenges and our civic problems. And then the second thing I would focus on that I think is really really important as well. We've got to do a better job of building housing that is affordable for people, just particularly young families and people that are right out of getting their education or that need support for housing. I'll give you an example. If you graduate, let's say at Cal State Long Beach, and you become a teacher, and let's say you marry someone you fell in love with in college, and they're a teacher, or maybe they're a nurse or a nurse assistant. You two can't afford even to buy an apartment in Long Beach, or barely any homes. It's very, very expensive. So we've got to create some housing that's for workforce housing, so that young families can purchase a nice home or purchase a condo, an apartment. The city can help them get in and provide that stability to build the middle class in the city.
We are sure you will run for the mayor of Long Beach, and you sure you win the mayor, mayor. After the election, I know you win. It's my safer thing. But after the win, just like in Los Angeles City Hall, they hire our mayor hires the Bangladesh people in that city hall. I think Long Beach there is no any Bangladesh to work for the city hall. And my request, Mamoon, Ishtia, and there's Milton, Jami Bhai, and that's Sunny, everybody work for you, right? You have to talk to them, hire some Bangladesh people in the city hall.
Right. And like I said before, one of my top priorities is going to make sure that the Long Beach diversity of our city is reflected in the city. And so I want to make sure that we're hiring from every community on our commissions. There will be Bangladesh representation in the city. Well, thank you very much for your questions and for your attention. I really appreciate you coming out tonight, and thank you for the support. Thank you very much.
One thing I'd like to urge you all, please take Robert Garcia alongside. Put it up in your front yard or backyard, wherever you want to. Okay?